Parshas Vayakhel Pekuda, double parsha this week. Torah talks about, at length again, the important topic of the building of the Mishkan and the Kelim of the Mishkan. We see the centrality and importance of this third pillar of the world of Avodah from how much time the Torah spends going through the details of this topic. So the pasuk tells us in Perek Lamed, pasuk Lamed, Vayomer Moshe ben Yisur ukara Hashem b'shem Betzalel ben Uri ben Chol mata Yehuda. That Moshe tells Klal Yisrael that Hashem had chosen Betzalel by name to be the person who's going to be in charge of the building of the Mishkan and the Kelim, and that he was chosen. He'd been given special gifts by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rabbeinu Bachai gets into it in detail how it was really Shelo Kederech HaTeva, was really unnatural for people who had grown up in Mitzrayim in slavery to really have all these skill sets that were required in the building of the Mishkan and the Kelim. Yet Betzalel had them, while Hashem had gifted him, B'Shem, Hashem had designated him from Yor to be a person who was going to have all these qualities to be the lead man on this project. And the Torah makes it clear this is why he was chosen. So there's a fascinating Gemara in Brachos on Daf Nun Hey Amud Aleph, where the Gemara talks about this idea of Betzalel clearly being designated by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and at the same time, a certain midas Derech Eretz that HaKadosh Baruch Hu taught us in the way that this was done. So the Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, there are three things Hashem designates himself, announces himself. Rav, Soveya, and a Parnas Tov. Rav is famine. Soveya, when there's proper satiation. I assume that means good, the opposite of famine. And a Parnas Tov, a good leader for the people. The proof for a Parnas al Tzibor is from this pasuk, that you see Hashem designates Betzalel himself. At the same time, Rabbi Yitzchak says, "Ein ma'midin parnas al tzibur kein nimlachim b'tzibur." We don't appoint a leader on the tzibur, on the congregation, unless you consult with the tzibur first. As it says, "Ru kara Hashem b'shem Betzalel." So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Moshe, "Moshe, is Betzalel hogan alecha? Is he fit for you?" Moshe Rabbeinu's response was, "Hashem, if he's fit for you, imfanecha hogan afanei koshkein, of course he's good for me." Amro afal pikein. Go say this to the Jewish people as well. He said the same thing to the Jewish people. Is Betzalel fit for you? They said to him, Moshe, if it's before Hashem, it's Hagun, before you, it's Hagun. If it's fit, it's not going to be good enough before us. Meaning, obviously, we're okay with the choice of Betzalel. Moshe Rabbeinu says that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, you chose Betzalel, of course I'm okay with it. Jewish people say, Hashem chose Betzalel, of course we're okay with it. But Hashem said that they should be consulted. Why should they be consulted? It seems the pshat is because that's the Derech Eretz. When you appoint a leader over the people, you do it with their consent. Not sure the practical applications of what that means when you hire a boss, if you're supposed to consult with the employees, if you hire a new Rebbe, you're supposed to consult with the Talmidim, or a new Manal, consult with the Rebbeim. But there seems to be this concept of Derech Eretz. On a practical level, the Mishnah Berurah in Siman Nun Gimel interestingly says that today we often have places with a lot of machlokes. It would be impossible to get everyone's consent. So there's a concept in the Gemara of the Tuvei Ha'ir, which I guess is the Shiva 2, the 7 Tuvei Ha'ir. I guess it's the equivalent of the board. That there's a board and you appoint a chazan for the shul, or a marbitz Torah, or an av bezdin, things like that. When you appoint a rav, you're not going to be able to get every single person in the shul to sign on to it. You have, I guess, the shul representative or the community representatives, and they're the ones who make the decision. They're the ones who give consent. There's this idea of consent before appointing a leader over the people, and it's an important concept. This idea that you can't just steamroll people. That that you have to have people's consent. You have to have people feel respected. Have to feel like they're part of the process, and I guess because in that way, people will most accept the leadership, and then it's most successful. And maybe be able to learn from the midas of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and how to deal with people, and thereby be mashpia on people in the best possible way. Have a good Shabbos.